In one of London's wealthiest areas, a group of people are disguising themselves.
You lot have the money, innit?
They're pretending to be oil billionaires with a bag of fake money.
We've got some euros, we've got some pounds.
They hope to persuade someone to sell them their home and then tell them they've been pranked.
The joke is he's trying to get the person to sign over an agreement to the house.
It's a stunt.
It's going to get a funny reaction because these guys are comedians.
One of hundreds filmed across London by a group of internet pranksters who call themselves Trollstation. Here they're in Shepherd's Bush in West London.
We're about to do the eating insect in public.
It's a dead scorpion. They've been filming in London for almost 3 years. And it all starts halfway up a tower block in Camberwell.
We're here at the HQ where the magic happened.
This one-bedroomed council flat is home for a man who calls himself Digi Dan.
Yo, this is the prop department, the prop room. This is where we keep all the stuff that we've bought for the pranks. We've got bags full of like just weird sort of high-vis, V for Vendetta, gas masters.
And it's also Trollstation's base camp, where the ideas are thought up.
We need to get 1 billion views.
And the film's edited and uploaded to the internet.
There's so many of us, you know. We're like a big family.
11 people have now joined the Trollstation team.
Team meeting, attention! This is where we bang out some of the edits.
And judging by the number of views on their internet site, it's an idea that may yet pay off.
Overall, we have 170 million views and we created the channel in 2013.
If they can turn those views into money. We followed Trollstation for 2 weeks.
I'm addicted to uploading videos.
And Digi Dan says most of the people involved are social misfits trying to create a better life.
Do you know what? I was a bit naughty when I was young. Basically, if I carried on how I was going on, affiliated with gangs and stuff, I would have probably been dead. There was no hope for me. Now, I get to vent my creative energy into something positive rather than crime.
2 other members, best friends Nathan and Gomez, are also trying to move on from a difficult past.
There's people that I grew up with that ended up in gangs and ended up going to prison. So I feel very sort of like lucky in a sense that I've got an aim and a goal.
It has definitely changed my life. Who knows, I could have been robbing people, I could have been doing so many bad things, but Trollstation's given me an opportunity to do good, to do right.
And this group say they're not just about pranks. They also do something called social experiments, testing how Londoners react to provocative public behaviour.
Today we want to do something that's going to create an awareness of sexism because it still kind of exists in the workplace. So all in favour, put your hands up.
Aye.
Alright, let's do that.
There are many pranking sites on the internet, and experts say they're now attracting millions of views.
The big ones, you know, we're talking tens of millions of subscribers, could be making hundreds of thousands of pounds a year. They could be making, you know, a couple of £1 million a year in the future.
You're going to know Trollstation around.
It's a young demographic, it's a millennial audience that many traditional media owners are struggling to reach. Trollstation could be worth a lot of money. They absolutely could be rich.
I'm going to be playing the boss. Nathan's going to be playing one of my workers. He's going to be throwing abuse at me, saying,
I don't like it. She should be in the kitchen, cooking my food, cooking my grits. I'm not working for you, a woman, no more. You shouldn't be my manager. You know why? Because you're a woman.
This scene in Camden went down well, with people who intervened to stop it,
You wouldn't be born if it wasn't for a woman.
saying it was a useful exercise.
I think a lot of people walk through life going, not my problem, when there's out there that people that need help, and I think it's good to put this out on the street.
But the pranks can be more controversial. The police are often targeted. Sometimes they can enjoy the joke. This was a disco in a police station. But if the stunt causes alarm to a member of the public, the police can be called. Here they had to deal with the aftermath of a stunt on the underground. And a few pranks have involved the use of toy guns. and in one case, a mock-up of gunfire using bangers. The Police Federation says it's not only a possible waste of police time, but if the riskiest pranks continue, it could end in tragedy.
We are at the moment facing very high risks in London of terrorism. If my firearms officers are confronted with someone who they think has got a firearm and has discharged it, and that person doesn't respond correctly to my colleagues, then ultimately, of course, that could take place.
What?
They could be shot.
I'm a ninja cameraman. I was right up into this police officer's face, asking him questions. He didn't even know I was filming him. They got submachine guns, you know.
That's what I was worried about.
No kids should be doing any of this madness, but listen, it's all in the art of comedy.
Do you know what the irony is? We're trying to make people laugh, but really the jokes at our expense, and when the cameras are off, I'm not laughing, you know.
Gomez has been fined for 3 public order offences, including a pitch invasion at Tottenham.
To be honest, I'm not proud of any of this. I'm looking back and it's just like, it's ridiculous.
And during our final week of filming, Digi Dan's mood suddenly changed. He no longer wanted to be on camera, and the next day his friends explained why. He was preparing to be sentenced after pleading guilty to making a bomb hoax.
That he placed an article, namely a briefcase, at various locations with the intent of inducing in another a belief that the said article is likely to explode.
This is what he filmed last September in Southwark and Lambeth. A briefcase is left on the pavement. His friends believe he's been dealt with harshly.
There was no bomb at all, it was simply a clock inside the briefcase.
But Digi Dan, whose real name is Dan Van Lee, is now facing a possible prison sentence and has decided to leave the group of internet pranksters he helped to create.
I'm very, very, very worried for him. We all know there's a serious chance he could go to prison for it, so he's going to have to take a step back from Trollstation. He's going to no longer be affiliated with us.
We have to reevaluate certain ideas. We have to really think, okay, like who's going to jail next? Me? Like Nathan?
The others left in this group, now apparently without their cameraman and film editor, say they've learnt their lessons. They're going to tone down the stunts and become family friendly. And they say it will continue. There's simply too much at stake.
What else do I have in life? This is the only thing I look forward to. I'll wake up and do.
We will be trolls, we'll always be trolls. We'll never conform.
These are like my brothers.
It goes on.
It goes on.
Their internet viewers will also decide if they survive and even prosper. But first, there's a court case and sentencing to deal with, due later this month.